Good morning, Central Oregon. My name is Jason Knight. Today I'm going to cook you a dish that I just kind of winged one day. So it's halibut, fresh halibut with a smoked pineapple, jalapeno, strawberry, cilantro, red onion, avocado salsa. The first thing I did last night, I was barbecuing some chicken. So I knew I was going to need to smoke some jalapenos and pineapples. And I really think it makes a huge difference in this salsa. You can just use fresh. When you get the pineapple, do it in a strainer because you don't want your salsa to be too soupy. So anyway, last night I was barbecuing some chicken. So as that smoke was going, I threw some chips on the barbecue and just smoked off this pineapple. And it gets a little charred up looking like this, but I'm gonna make it look real pretty. We're gonna use green onions today. I got some beautiful petite green onions from Newport Market, some gorgeous limes. This avocado is just, I mean, it doesn't get any more perfect than that. A beautiful red onion, some fresh cilantro. I'm doing long rice on the bottom. I already got that cooking. I got some fresh strawberries. These are California strawberries, the Driscolls. I got them in Newport. Right now, you got killer strawberries, the best in the world coming out of Oregon right now. So if you're at farmer's market or something and you make this recipe, grab some of those strawberries. They're delicious. And simply salt and pepper and a little olive oil to get you going. I know that I'm not going to grill this. I'm going to pan sear it today. You can cook it however you want because the fish just kind of cooks separate. So I'm going to just slice it into like portionable pieces. So I'm going to go with 4 out of this. This is about a true pound of halibut that I got this morning. You get 4 gorgeous pieces like that. I really like to kind of know this is the skin side. It was brought in this morning. This is Alaskan. Again, they're starting to catch some halibut out of Oregon. Typically the beginning of the summers when you see that stuff. This is just a real simple marinade that you do while you're making your salsa. It doesn't take very long at all. A little salt and pepper. Always a little salt and pepper. So then we're going to go, the marinade. Basically olive oil, salt and pepper, and cilantro. That's all you're going to do. You can just dice up this cilantro like on, I washed it already obviously, but I just leave this on and I kind of lay it on a pivot to the side and just kind of get those leaves off of there. Because I said fish is so delicate, is kind of do it in a bowl and kind of work it around a little bit so that you don't want to separate that up or you don't want to like toss it in around in a bag too much. Just some olive oil. This is a really cool product they have at Newport Market. I kind of showed you early on the video when I was shopping. Like how much cumin do you need? This is super cheap. It's nice size and they sell them at Newport Market. They work great. So I'm just going to do a little bit. If you want to call it a 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon. How I came up with this recipe, it was an accident. It was stuff I had laying around in the house. I had a pineapple I needed to use. I had some strawberries that were getting left over. I found some onions. It might not be this exact recipe. I had some fish in the freezer that I was going to grill. But the briquettes weren't done enough in time. So that's how I came up with smoking the pineapple. By accident, completely by accident. Okay, so we got the fish going. Maybe a little more oil in there just for fun. And then I leave the top open, kind of air seal it a little bit. There's not very much air in there. Zip it up in the fridge while I do the salsa. I'm gonna make the salsa in this bowl right here that I just marinated the fish in. Give it a quick rinse. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the pineapple just because I got it here. I'm gonna cut it up. A lot of times I overkill stuff. So remember I was saying how you got that black on there. If you don't want that in your, sorry, let me get this bowl out of the way. If you don't want that on in your salsa, even though I like a little charred flavor, boom, it's out of there. So I'm gonna use probably 3 good wedges of that. With the leftover pineapple, I stuck some sticks on it and stuck it in the freezer on a cookie sheet, and I pull them out and give them to my kids as popsicles. They love them. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And, just with things like salsa, it looks really pretty when it's all consistently done. So on that note, I'm going to cut this onion up. I got a really nice purple onion. I was planning on using a yellow onion, but when I was shopping with Henry this morning, he threw that in the basket without me knowing. So I'm going to use it, and I think it was a great idea. My little baby boy is even a foodie. You want to get this off the end. That's your root end. So typically I would cut it in half like that, right there. Then I would flip it on its side. So I'm cutting back to that end. Make some nice, even, whatever you want, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. I typically do 3 or 4 cuts across that way. Right down the end where you're leaving a little bit of that back root end because you don't want that in your salsa, kind of chewy. And then you got real consistent cuts, or pieces rather, of onion. And I really like the idea of this purple onion now that I have it in front of me. It's beautiful. Done. So we're doing some green onions. I like to just get them nice and thin again with the hand. Keep your knuckles out of the way and just take your time and get some nice, slow chops in there. And I like to do about 2/3 to 1/3. When I see about that happening, that's when I stop and those go away. And again, for the amount of salsa we're doing, I think we're right on point. You don't want to overpower that fish. I paid 30 bucks a pound for that fish, so I really want that flavor to come through, and I don't want it to get overdone by this too much spicy. Okay, smoked jalapeno. It's done. It's nice and soft. I did some olive oil on it on the barbecue. You're gonna get some more charred flavor out of it. I'm gonna de-seed this one, and I'm probably just gonna use one, even though I did 2. So that's just, again, cut it out, cut it in half. Boom, nice and juicy. Just get those seeds out of it. Peel them right out. I will tell you, I'm gonna wash my hands before I itch my eyes or something. All this pollen going on around here these days. I don't want to itch my eyes with jalapenos. So again, easy, real thin. You don't want to have big old chunks of that. You don't have to do the smoking of this or charring them or whatever you want to do. I just really like the flavor in this particular. But I think just with fresh salsa, it would be nice. And you could do this on chicken. We had a barbecue the other day, and they were putting it all over their chicken. The kids loved it. So we got the smoked jalapenos. Okay, and then strawberries. Boom, we're gonna just cut these up, dice this up. I like a little bit smaller for me, and I just go 4 and 4. Avocados. Seriously, they don't get any more perfect than that. Real slow. Yeah, that's good size for that edge. So a lot like the onion is how I do mine. I cut it in the sizes that I want. I get 1, whoop, and cut it slow because you want it to be consistent. 2, and then back through. I bought that at Newport Market this morning. Lime juice. I like fresh lime juice and all my kind of salsa type of stuff. Little citrus and everything. Never hurts. We'll do a little extra in the salsa. Little fresh lime juice. A little bit of cumin in that to taste. It's going to be good. And then salt and pepper. You know. Go. And boom, take your spoon. And with a lot more red in there, it's going to be gorgeous. You see kind of the strawberries in there. I'll probably cut about 10, 15 more strawberries in. And let it just kind of marinate in the fridge while you finish that up. I already started, preheated my oven. I got it going 375. I like to get my pan nice and hot too. I think that's important. So I do a little bit of butter with my oil. So we're looking for that nice sound. Hear that? That's what I want. Here we go. Nice. So just let it go. It's going to take maybe a minute and a half. You don't want to jump the gun though, because there's no going back once you flip. This is a good thing to do too. Just spoon that over. Kind of get it going so it's nice and hot. And your butter's not sitting in one place, or your oil's not sitting in one place burning. Okay, I'm going to go for the flip because I think we're there. We'll see. Oh yeah, gorgeous. Nice white, little brown around there. Yeah, one more flip. Check out the brownness of the other side. Gorgeous. That's actually exactly what you want. Okay, one more spoon with the butter. Let it soak down into that fish. You got those like flakiness to it. And I'm going to take a little scoop of that butter out because I don't want it to burn. Okay, and here we go, in the oven. I'm going to go low. Literally 3-4 minutes. Now we're gonna plate this up. We've got a beautiful dish. And my halibut's done. Remember the glove. You don't want to burn your hand. Oh yeah, beautiful. Look at that. Perfectly done fish right there. It's cooked nice and through. It's nice and moist. The long rice on the bowl, on the plate. Big piece of this fish. That looks gorgeous on there, right there. And get some of this beautiful smoky strawberry salsa. And I'm gonna give you that avocado like I was saying. We got these real pretty little bright green avocados. Little green onion, fun. A little more cilantro. Remember I was saying, just kind of, this is just for looks too. So there we go, Central Oregon. That is one beautiful halibut dish. Strawberries, pineapple, man, everything bought here in Bend, Oregon. Bought everything I could locally. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys vote for me. I'm really excited about this, and see you somewhere around Bend, I'm sure.